You know the Pistons won again. You know the Pistons won again. You know the Pistons won again. Because all we do is fucking win. The sunshine, yeah. I can't believe they won again. They're going to lose tonight, though, by like 40. But it doesn't matter. Because they won so many in a row already. Where you can afford it. I wish I had that song. You know the Pistons won again. You know the Pistons won again. You know the Pistons won again. What's up, Golden Angel? If you want to play, it's open lobbies. I haven't even typed this. After the message. There we go. Pin that massage. Hey, what's up, Lions? Let's go, Lions. I'm doing great. The Lions are I was going to say the Pistons are actually the best team in Detroit. See, the Pistons were joking about that when the Pistons were 6-2 because the Lions were 6-2, and the Pistons Reddit was just because obviously maybe that's just Detroit's culture. I mean, there's a lot of trash talk too, but we were already making fun of the other teams. You're like, ha, the Pistons are the best team in Detroit, and it actually looks like that. Look at this shit. This is nuts. I want to see how many injuries they have. Look at this, 12-2. They've won 10 in a row. Detroit basketball is back. But here's the thing though, is like they're so injured. And this is what's nuts, is they've been so injured. Yeah. Karis LeVert rolled his ankle last night. No, my God. We're gonna get rolled by 40 points. Because the Hawks are actually a good team on a win streak. And Cade's not playing. And Karis is not playing. Tobias didn't come back. Asar didn't come back. Javen obviously still isn't out. Or still is out. So nobody came back. Who's that mean we got? We got Stu. Dennis Jenkins is starting. Ron Holland, Stu, and Jalen Duren. Then literally the only backups we have is Javante. Javante, Chaz, and Chaz Lanier are like the only backups we have. And Paul Reed, B-ball Paul. I lied. So we really have like what, 8 players playing tonight? Look at all this shit though. It's been like this. This is what's nuts that we've been winning these games. It's like I've been saying this like the last at least 4 games. I was like, we're gonna get rolled by like 40 tonight. I said that when Cade was playing because like everybody else was out. Jalen Duren was playing. Jalen Duren was out 2 games too, though. And when Jaden Ivey comes back, he'd be starting. So there was literally like 2 games where all 5 of our starters were out, and we still won them. It was like, but it literally looked like those type of games where the other team was like, "We're gonna roll this team by 40. Look at all their injuries," and then like, because both of those games we like took a lead, and the other team was looking like they were playing lazy, and then at halftime you could tell they got yelled at by their coach, being like, "These are like G League players. Like you guys should be running all over these guys." And then they came out in the third quarter and like shut us down, and then we came back and won again anyway, like because they were lazy. That's literally what some of those games looked like. This shit is awesome. And Dennis Jenkins was like a 2-way player, like undrafted 2-way player. He's been playing like a fucking literal starting point guard of a 10 win streak win team. It's nuts. This shit is awesome. Oh my God. Yeah, them Pistons. You know the Pistons won again. Although I've been jinxing it. But I have been expecting a loss by 40 points. Looking at how many injuries we had, if you just looked at all the injuries and told me if we would have been 8-6 even, I would have been like, nice. With all those injuries, I would have been like, fuck. If you'd have seen at me like, do we at least have 5 wins? If I'd have looked at all those injuries, and it's like 10 in a row. Pistons players are all hurt. Now, Cade got hurt because of freaking the Pistons were calling him Cam Shitmore. It's Cam Whitmore, though. It was, they looked at it, wasn't a flagrant, but he knocked Cade out of the air. When Cade was going up, he, like, literally knocked him out of the air, and Cade fell, like, on his back. And he probably shouldn't have finished that game. But Cam Whitmore was standing over Cade, staring him down, and when Cade looked up, he just gave him that look of, like, are you kidding me? And Cade finished that game, and he had, like, 46 points and a triple-double and shit, and we won in overtime. That was the first game where I would have been like, that was last Monday, I think, and I was like, we're going to lose this game by 40 because we had so many people out. Oh, see, Pistons, that's my team. That's what got me into sports. So Pistons I always pay attention to more than anything else. And then Lions and Packers. And then, in terms of actual games watched, probably, in terms of games watched, actually, the Tigers more than anyone because the Tigers have so many fucking things. Hey, I love the Pack. And fuck the Pack. It's fun taking both. I post some trash talk about the Pack too. It's fun being a fan of both franchise. But I love sports trash talk. That shit is what makes trash talk fun. Wait, Razor, did we talk about that NFC North trash talk cave? Oops. Something was going on with my sound for a second. Everything sounds fine though. Alright, it is open lobbies if anyone wants to play. Here we go. I saw some people trying to get in. Yeah, let's go. I think I talked about sports and video games as being pretty much the same in that trash talk video. Alright, I'm going to go to my Discord really quick. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yep, nice. So this is my Discord, and I post memes and the dank memes and the sports, right? But if it's sports, I just post this, right? Like this shit. Although I've seen this for a few different teams. This shit's hilarious. The Bears suck. They're like barely winning against awful teams because their schedule is so easy because of last few years have been terrible. But the thing is like they're 7-3 and they have a negative point differential because those 3 losses were against good teams and they got blown out like bad. That's what's hilarious. How are you 7-3 with a negative point differential? But I'll also always shit on the Bears. I remember posting, probably in here, like higher and stuff. Oh, this one, here we go. This is what I mean by it's funny to make fun of the Packers too, as a Pistons fan. No drugs, no alcohol, no drama, no allegations, no scandals. Just a straight dog shit football player. Joe Owen, thanks for following me. I'm not a huge Jordan Love fan, but my thing, I don't think he's dog shit. I just think he's this right here is what I think of Jordan Love. This is what I think of with Jordan Love. I'm like, he's either a goat or he's a fucking idiot. Like, he just has, like, some mind-blowingly awful games, and then he'll come around in another game and look like a fucking MVP, and you're like, what? Now, this year is kind of hard to judge because he has offensive line problems and a bunch of receivers are out. Their second best receiver just went out for the season right when their number 1 receiver just got back and hasn't looked like himself yet, but... Like this, so this is what I saw in the, This is what I was going to ask you, if you've seen the NFC North Trash Talk Cave. That's like the best Facebook group I've ever, like, been a part of. That shit is hilarious. But that's where I see a lot of these, not all these posts, but a lot of these posts. You know? Yeah, for real. Romeo Dobbs. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Oh, this was when the Bears got whooped by the Lions. This is the worst game of the season. This is the worst game of the season so far. Oh, but now they're 7-3, and it's like... it's like, damn it. Fucking Bears. Fuck the Bears. This is why sports is fun. NFC North meme war sub? No, I haven't seen that. I'm definitely looking for that later. Mine was the NFC North Trash Talk Cave. Now I think mine is probably a knockoff version of yours, right? But there's one Vikings fan in there, and in the Trash Talk Cave, where like you either think he's hilarious for various reasons, or you just like block him or like mute his post because he posts like multiple times daily during the season. But I think it's hilarious. I guess I can't really like say his name, right? But if you're part of the NFC North Trash Talk Cave, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I can't see the links. I'm sorry. Links aren't allowed in chat, but that's for a few different reasons. Spam and, what's it called? Malicious links. Really are the two easy ones to point to. Because some people might not know to not just click links people send you, so someone can just come in and post a link, somebody clicks it, now their whole computer is taken over, you know, type of shit. It does suck. It's the very few that ruin it for the many. Here we go. On Reddit. Nice. On Reddit? It sounds funny. But I'm like... It's funny being like, I'm not newer to Reddit. I just like started actually hanging out in subreddits for the sports like these past 2 years. Because I always looked up shit on Reddit for like ever. It's usually what I type if I want something. I'm like, right, what did somebody on Reddit say? But I didn't even make like a Reddit account, like actually an account, until like 2 years ago. I think it was the beginning of the Lions season, because I was like, the Lions are supposed to be good this year. Oh, great song. Not in a mood for it, though. Yeah, dude, sports trash talk is awesome. I just think trash talk is awesome, because there's like, you can't do it in real life. You gotta be the bigger person in real life, you know? In video games and in sports. It's a lot of fun. That's one of the things I have most fun playing Killer for. Even though I play really nice Killer, I still sit there and talk a bunch of trash. You have way more reason to talk trash when you play Killer. Plus, just for the fact that you're playing a 4v1, that's enough reason to talk trash alone. That's why when people talk about, I was completely against this until somebody proposed this. It was not my idea. But they were talking about adding, like, in-game chat for DBD, and then someone said it should be proximity, and Killer is involved in it. And I'm like, would that be, like, one of the only things that would ever make me actually have to play some games off stream? Because, same thing, like, someone could literally know they're playing against you, see your live, scream the N-word, clip that coming through on your stream, and then report you for allowing racism on your stream. Literally. I'm like, I would literally have to play games off stream. But that'd be so much more fun, especially playing as Killer. Come on, use your dead hard. We all know you're wearing that diaper. You're like chasing them. Am I being chased? Apparently not. Diaper focus. Hey, there we go. No, I'm not playing Jumpsuit Jake, my dumbass. I should have been playing Jake. Survivors just have way more obnoxious perks you have to deal with. There's not really any perks that killers have. Like, single perks that are, like, that make me, like, hard roll my eyes. There's some to make fun of when they have, like, 4 slowdowns or some shit like this. You know? Because you can trash talk. You can trash talk anytime, but... It's the same thing, like, it's way more fun, too, when they're doing... Excuse me. It's way more fun when teams are actually doing better. Like, I have not been, like, publicly, and this is not even, like, public, but you know what I mean. Like, I haven't been going out of my way to shit on the Bears until they were, like, winning this year. Because it's no fun when a team's like constantly bad. It's like this ain't even a rivalry. Because that's the funny thing, like as Lions fans, like they hate the Packers, but Packers fans don't really give a shit about the Lions. They give a shit more about the Bears and the Vikings. Lions hate the Packers though. I don't think Lions fans really give a shit much, but they just don't give a shit. They just don't like Chicago that much, but it's not even really like a Bears thing. That's just more like a all sports thing. Chicago and Detroit. Whereas the Vikings, like, as a Lions fan, I have like nothing against Vikings. I actually feel a little bit bad for the Minnesota in general because I just recently found out that of the, I think it was states that have the 4 major sports, they are the longest without a championship. I just found that out, which made me feel bad. But as the Packers side of me was like, oh shit. I was like, I want to get this guy up, but there's 2. But if I left and it took too long... Yes. Oh, shit. That looked weird. I thought I had stopped running and then medium vaulted, or slow vaulted. But I had not stopped running yet. It looked like the game couldn't even decide. Oh yeah, dude, just type exclamation join. And you can just join. I don't even read the, on open, or for 2v8s, I don't even really, like, read the queue too much, because we always have open spots. But I see a bunch of people in line, so I'm going to reset the lobby. Usually what I do is I wait until there's 7 people in the lobby, sometimes 6, and I'll reset. Although this one is the first game, so, because I just realized this. Because it shouldn't change if it's in the 2v8 or the 1v4. And what I mean by the first game is when we're doing 1v4 open lobbies, if you're in on the very first game, you get 2 games. That's when I feel bad because I play like a huge dumbass. I play like a dumbass anyway. Nope, like this. Like me not realizing I have the heal thing. That was nuts. Where the fuck is he? I'm just looping nothing. Dude, where was he? I was in chase. I'm like, loop the pallet. Big sedge for Wesker, though. This is a terrible map for Wesker, even with 3 dashes. Tips for a weed break? If you haven't took since August? What do you mean? Just keep it going then. Sounds like the break is pretty successful.
Oh shit. Oh shit, this is already down. Whoops-a-daisy. Hey, running vault. Let's go. They can see my aura too, that's why I ran that way the first time. No, he figured it out. Damn it, he didn't double back. You were supposed to double back, main. Oh shit, I thought he went around that way. Damn it. That's interesting. I wonder why he went around this way. Ah, because he was closer to the door. I see. He was zoning me out. I wasn't even thinking about where the doors were. This is why I need to play Jumpsuit Jake in my warm-up game, is so I have an excuse. I'm like, it's Jumpsuit Jake's fault, not mine. Jumpsuit Jake is an Easter egg in all my videos. Because I always play him on like the first 2, maybe 3 games. Sometimes 1. If I don't make any really dumb mistakes, then I'm like, all right, we're good. But I need to play Jumpsuit Jake though. Because shit like that. My thumbs weren't even comfortable enough to be like, I'm going to look behind me. Oh shit. Run, run, run. Wesker comes this way. I wanted to give him the down, but I was like, wait, I'm not close enough once he walked past me. Benevolent. Oh, no, okay. I was like, that wasn't my tome, I don't think. It wasn't my tome. My tome is I need to send on gens. I keep forgetting this. It's a good point. I should make a video about that, but looping tight, holding W specifically when taking a hit, because you want to maximize the amount of distance you get from that hit. Just I feel like those two alone. Same with like not throwing a pallet when maximizing taking that hit. There's a lot, but he's saying if you're telling a new player, if you're like map knowledge, it's like that's going to take forever. I want to make a video of how to get into DBD. But like if you know you're going to get hit by the killer, no point in running and throwing the pallet anyway. If you know you're going to get hit, I mean, going for 360 and shit too, but I'm assuming if you're full health, right? Like, there's a lot of times where I'm trying to make the pallet and make this, and the second I realize I'm not going to make this pallet over here, I just turn around and go this way, because the killer's going to hit me, might as well get a bigger head start where I'm trying to go. Or else I'm stuck back here at the same pallet and didn't use the thing to make it anywhere. And yes, greeting pallets. Oh, who's trying to get in? Okay, we got Yak sold. There's Walmart, Nod for Booty, or Klobon, or Gigawatt in here. Oh, Walmart's in here. I think some of this was from before, though. Rundown Soup. Beck was the first one. Yaxold's in here. Walmart's in here. Nod for Booty, Klobon, and Gigawabbit. Are they here? Oh yeah, if I'm ever taking a like whenever I end up having to or not being able to smoke as well, specifically, like if I'm going like it happened twice this year, unfortunately, going to Green Bay and then going to Chicago. 2 different points of the year for 2 different funerals. But I always just end up doing stuff that I have put off, you know what I mean? Like, one of the times I went through my phone where I got, like, I looked at all the texts from people I knew, but it was just the numbers, and I organized it. I actually put their names instead of just random number. Where I would just be like, who's this? And I look at the conversation, I'm like, oh yeah. Texted a lot of those peeps, so I'm like, hey, what's up? You know? Just like random things that I've always put off. Whenever I'm sitting there, like say sometimes you can't sleep. Because that's like one of the things that'll happen. But that's when I start doing shit like that. Because sometimes it makes you tired. Or do it until you get tired. You know, type of scenario. Oops, I need to do jumps and shake actually. Let's go. Everybody got 2, but there's 7, so you can rejoin. But when there's 7 peeps or maybe even 6, I'm gonna reset the lobby though. Cream-filled butter cookies. Oh shit! I didn't check if I had friend requests. Someone could have had some of your friend requests. Oh, it's GG. I don't know why I said Giga Wabbit. I don't know if we got Giga Wabbit or GG Wabbit in, did we? Well, we can get you on the next one. It's all right. You can play as many as you want, like I said, because we still you'd be 8. If you're on console, you have to submit your friend quests. Friends team, you gotta join through the profile. There's a green button on the right hand side that says join game. But you have to reload the profile when it's the lobby, because if you have the profile open early, it tries to join the lobby that was before we even started the game. Like it's, I don't know why it's dumb like that, but that's how it works. This lobby doesn't exist anymore. It's like, come on. Good old Opeth. Yeah, and to reload the profile, you gotta hit the button at the top left. That reloads the profile. And then you can join it. So you don't have to like go through the whole process of like searching for the name or anything. I wish I had unlimited friends list or friend request list, one or the other. But I thought I had outsmarted the system. When my friends list was full, I'm like, haha, but what about friend requests? And that had a limit too, unfortunately. Is it Weska? That death slinging Wesky. Nope, no content creator code. I don't think there is a Fog Whisper program anymore. I think it's just, but yes, basically, that's what it replaced the Fog Whisper program. So essentially, yes, same thing. But they just started it over, and they had to take everybody, even if you were already a Fog Whisper. Everybody applied. They say no news is good news, but I didn't assume this to be the case. I gotta have to like sit my ass in a bunch of gen. Hey, what's up, Lee? He's one of the best blights in the world. On the leaderboard and everything. He's like top 10. I think he's like 8th though. I still haven't checked those though, to be honest. At least not in a long time. Last time I checked, he was like 8th. The controller, I kind of heard about it, but didn't look at it really. But I like the Xbox controller I have, as long as it lasts. The Xbox Elite Series 2 or some shit. Speaking of which, I need to start hitting left-handed skill checks again. Because I was doing like that. Nice. I can still get it. I was doing left-handed skill checks because I have one of my paddles as my right bumper, just in case I'm like reaching for something and need to hit a skill check with my left hand. But then I was doing, when I got this controller, but then I was doing left hand too much. And I was like, I'm still better on the right bumper instead of the left paddle. So then I started doing right bumper, and I got used to that. And I'm like, I need to start doing left paddle more again. Especially because I have been not used to left paddle enough, where I would blow skill checks sometimes going for great ones. I mean, that'll happen anyway, but or it felt like it was because I hadn't been practicing with my left bumper. If it feels like that's the reason why, it's like, all right, something can be done about this. It's called practice. Nice. Oh shit. Are they getting camped? Or Gen Jockey. Hate being the gen jockey for the tome. Usually I'm allergic to gens. It's more fun being allergic to gens. Fun subjective, but alright, that had to have gotten this tome done. Look how much repairs. Well, they could have been co-op blood points though. Nice. Oh, you can play as many games as you want. Yes, there we go, left-handed. Yes, here we go. Alright, that like has to be. I don't know if I make this. It's gonna move him at the last fucking second. Bro, that's fucking terrible. And then now he definitely does unhook. Nobody can get to him. I was gonna trade for him. Oh my god, someone got him. Holy shit. That is awesome. Guys, say what again? Oh, you can play as many games as you want. I'll reset the lobby So you might have to rejoin, but there's no like limit. The only time when someone might not be able to play for like a game is when somebody else that hasn't played yet for the whole day is trying to get in, and I'll like reset the lobby and I'll be like, we need to get these people in. They haven't played yet. You know, that's like the only time. But almost every time that happens, like too many people leave. It'll be like, all right, can somebody step out so they can join? And all of a sudden 4 people step out, which is awesome. But at the same time, it's like, all right, well, not that many. Yeah, 4 people step out. Once I seen the shot, I'm running. All right, we got it done. I don't like being gen jockeying, but it was a necessary. Hey, Mikey the Potato. I think I know that guy, right? Add it to the potato fam. Joey potato salad. That's awesome. Also, Double H J Soul. Thanks for follow, mate. Sorry, that was like 11 minutes ago. My dumb ass. My dumb high ass. High and dumb ass. Oh, you join by send me a friend request if you're on console. If you're on Steam, hit the green button on the right hand side that says join game. Oh, I had to reset the lobby anyway because there's not too many peeps, but once there's 7 peeps, I'll reset the lobby and everybody has to rejoin anyway. But there wasn't too many people anyway. I think there's only one person trying to join. And it's GG. That's why I'll reset the lobby when it gets to 7 people. Because a lot of times people will be nice. Once again, it's awesome. But at the same time, a lot of people will be nice when there's 1 spot left. And they'll be like, well, I don't want to take the last spot. Kind of like what you were just doing. So I'll reset the thing every time anyway. Because that takes the pressure off of some as well of someone being like, can someone leave? That does happen every now and then, though. I knew it. Yeah, I was like, I know Mikey the Potato. Said I had to be a fucking gen jockey that game. It was for a tome. I was whining about it the whole game. I was like, I just hear you doing gens this whole game. It was like, get iridescent. I had to do it twice. Get iridescent for Lightbringer. Here we go. I don't play at the heartbeat. The visual heartbeat, nope. I think we already heard it. Some Opeth. Good song, but I think we heard that yesterday. Now what do I have to do? Oh, now I need to take chase. So you can do this easy with the skill burst, but that's no fun. Mikey's awesome people. I knew I recognized Mikey. That Halloween outfit. There was good Halloween outfits this year. Well, that was the thing, Beer Least, when I was first, or when I was doing my, like, I was just basically figuring out how to stream and edit, really. Because when you first start streaming, you have to set up a lot of stuff and figure out a lot of stuff. Same with editing. Like when you... This is where people will get like overwhelmed with editing and not want to do it. Because when you first pull up something, and if you're not in a habit of it, then you'll have to like, what is the short key or hot key for this and that, you know? So everything becomes slower and more of a process. When you first start editing, you don't even know how to, like, how do I turn it into a blade? Most of the time you press B, but on your editing program on that, maybe you press B, you know? Is the hot key. Where all you want to do is like make a cut. Same with zooming in. You're like, how do I zoom in on this? Once you know it's pretty easy when you're learning, every teeny little thing you want to do is going to take some. How do I slow this down? How do I speed this up? How do I put a gap in? You know, how do I put captions in here? Anything like that is going to seem like a huge pain in the ass first time you do it because you don't know how. And you have to figure out how, and then get in the habit of doing it as well. That was the type of shit I was doing. I think it's a basic attack, right? Needs to dodge too. Agree to pelt over and over. Aw. What's the other one? The deep rift version of this one looks like Blue Eyes White Dragon, or Ultimate Dragon, so it's called Blue Eyes Ultimate Dracula. Or Blue Eyes White Dracula. It's Weska. Well, I was hoping they were going to leave, but they're both staying here. So I gotta go. Oh. Don't jump down the hole. You didn't. You can't catch up with 3 dashes, though. Regular Wesker cannot. That's what makes it more interesting. I actually have to go unhook here, though. As fun as this is. No, they went the other way, and now I'm taking the killer back to the hook. Maybe not. No, he just left. I was on the... Maybe he didn't. Oh yeah, he left. This is the strongest loop in the whole game. It's like a 1v1 map by itself. But calling it a single loop, I guess, is a bit of a stretch. It's really like a bunch of small loops that connect to one big loop you're trying to achieve. I could use the heal power, but I'm stupid. Replica, thanks for the follow, mate. Yeah, I appreciate it. I could have used it again here, but I'm like, but he doesn't really need it. And ended up not using it all. It's like the timeouts in basketball games and football games. Like, we'll save it in case we need it later, and then you never end up using it. Or a coach's challenge, we'll save it when you get like an early bad call. We'll save it when we need it, and then you never end up using it. Like, damn, I should have used it. We don't want to waste a challenge on like the opening possession of the first quarter. You know, score is 0-0. Hey, let's go, Replica. I'm no goat. I appreciate the kind words, though. I want all those map guides done. Not doing a map guide next, doing a how to play against Nurse guide, though, because Nurse doesn't really... And then I'm going to have... I have examples on every map except 3, and they're all newer maps. Not the newest, but Pizzeria, Forgotten Ruins, and, what was the other one? I have Lake Mine. That was what I was surprised at. I was like, huh. It's not Greenville. Oh, Fallen Refuge. I don't have a Nurse game on Fallen Refuge. But I only put like 5 games on that one anyway. It was basically Wrecker's Yard with an extra 1 tile that you have to try to hunt for an achievement. That tile's a short wall gym. A Walking Dead themed short wall gym. Go up the stairs and hit me. I heard one. Where the fuck is it? There it is. How did I hear that one from so far? Hit me. Because I want him to go for the other guy that was on the gen. I think he might be on Death Hook. Block the window. How do I fix generators? I don't. That's the secret. I end up playing like I'm allergic to it. I wish you could do it more, but it does hurt the team, unfortunately. Run the other way. Oh, fuck. We got the long RNG. Unfortunate. We would have made it if we didn't. We still might make it. No, he didn't vault. I was hoping he vaulted. Damn it. I don't think we make this. I was wrong. I'm playing it safe. I shouldn't have. You didn't see it. Got lucky there that he did not see. This shit's so strong. It's literally like a 1v1 map. You know how people used to love 1v1 in Cowshed? I never liked that because there's just like 8 million strong pallets in a row. This, for some reason, is a lot of fun. Oh, shit. Run, Steve. They could just make it out, I think. Oh my god. Can we make it out? Yes! Yay for Steve. Holy shit, Steve fucking saved. I felt bad too. I was like, fuck it, let him to Steve, and Steve's on death hook. And then Steve turned around and bailed my ass out. Good shit. I think they're playing with us, right? Creamed filled butter. What is it? Cream filled butter what? Never gotten a flash to save. Yeah. Hey, GG. Holy shit. Hey, what survivor do you want me to play? Because I'm warm now. After humping the strongest loop on the map over and over, I am warm now. This is what I mean. I'm a survivor main, so I don't mean any offense, but survivor's really fucking easy. It really is. Compared to like any other PvP game. Yeah, kick back and play some survivor, and it still kind of itches your PvP scratch. But I do want to play more killer though. I'm kind of selfishly, because I don't think the changes are good. But you know how you like find ways to cope? You're like, selfishly, I'll play more killer then because I'll get more blood points and we'll have less long killer queues. And there's killers I need to play because you don't play against that often, and you're like, I need to get better at playing against this killer as well. Like Houndmaster. That's like the first one that comes to mind. Like, you like never see Houndmasters. Oh, who did you want me to play though, GG? I have all the survivors. Not just all the survivors too, so if you want me to play like who did I just have to get with this guy? Yeah, whoever that guy's name is.
I will find you again.
They came out with 2. That's actually why I have an extra bunch of these. Because it was like 2 fucking $15 ones. So I got the 35 one, and I had extra things left over anyway, and I always need to make sure I have 1,000 for the next rift. So it looks like I have 1,900, and I'm like, I really have like 900. But I'll save that for when the holiday stuff happens. Hey, DSR. Yeah, I got a bunch of guides, too. That's not even the longest guide. That's the worst part. The Ormond one was 12 hours. Trying to think how long the Pale Rose one is going to be. As well, not going to lie. Steve Gull. Alright, we ready and up. It's still 2 open spots if anyone wants to join. Are you trying to get in, Klobon? You can get back in here. Is Klobon not in here? I probably should just be... Maybe I'll make it that way as well. If we have 6 people as well, I'll reset the party. 6, 7, or 8. Is Klobon trying to get in here? If not, God is all high needs to ready up. I could, but I have to play a Steve Gull for GG. But yeah, I've gotten flashlight saves. I don't get too many because I don't bring in flashlights. Usually I try to get a flashlight or get whatever item I find in a chest and escape with it. The only survivor I have a bunch of flashlights on. I mean, I have a bunch on Steve, I suppose. I can't even show you here. But that's flashlights I've escaped with. But Arella has a good chunk of flashlights, especially holiday flashlights. Like the anniversary and... Or is it just Halloween? Maybe it was just Halloween. Got us all highest ready up, though. Are they going to get booted? Unfortunately. But then we all have to ready up. Because if somebody leaves, we have to ready up. Hey, Disclose. What is going on, mate? Thanks for the raid. I was about to say if you were playing 2v8 or 1v4, but... You only want to assume, so... Might not have been playing DVD, you know? Well, that's what I was assuming. Alright, Walmart's got to get the boot, but then we all got to get readied up. Or that's who Walmart, or their name is Walmart. Their name is God is all high in this. But they weren't ready. And then we all got to ready up again. Unfortunately, it unreadies everybody. No, but I asked like 3 times. I even said out loud Walmart. I was like, God is all high, has to ready, or they're getting booted. And then I gave you like 20 more seconds and I booted you. But we asked you like 3 times. And then pointed it out. Or no, that was what it was. Readied up upon further review. They were actually not readied up. You might have accidentally hit it twice. I don't know what to say. But you weren't readied up. Yeah, if somebody leaves, you have to re-ready up. Somebody might have left after you readied. But we did ask you like 3 times. And we gave you more than enough chance. You can just join in the next game anyway. But we were waiting on you for a few minutes. Honestly, probably should have booted you before that. Because it's going to be a short stream. Oh yeah, Tanner. I owe you more in fucking games. I owe you like whole killer games and builds or survivor games and builds when this shit's over. The fuck? Where'd she go? For a second, I thought I like lost her. Check spotting, and I was just gonna get hit in the back. It's like, broke both doors. Or no, is it this one and that one? That the door spawn closed? Yeah, I think it is, because that would be really strong. I think no, the other 2 they spawn closed. Gen junkie I am. Hope they don't get left though. Okay, nice. Aw, they were blocked. Nice try, though. Nice. Oh my god. I almost ran face first into that. Hey, there we go. We could have thrown that, but I want to throw it when I know I'm going to get hit. No! Nice, there we go. Yeah, I knew I was going to get hit anyway, even if I did throw that. Unfortunately, I was just outplayed. Because we were talking about when to throw pallets, and I want to start throwing pallets when the killer swings, but I'm going to get hit by it. And throwing the pallet could be the difference, right? That one I was going to get hit even if I threw the pallet. I was going to get hit and then throw the pallet. And it's like, all right, I'm already outplayed. But the one before that, he swings, and I'm like, I'm not going to get hit, though. Because I'm like, I'll still be greeting a shit ton of pallets. It's just going to be those ones. And there was even one yesterday like that I did not think I was going to get hit. I was like, he's going to swing and whiff, and he swung, and I got hit. And I was like, well, I was wrong. Should have thrown that. Oh god, she did turn around and go this way. No, he's not. Is he behind? Oh, he is behind. Alright, let's loop around this. It's like that one. Same thing we could have thrown. Oh shit. There's a killer right there though. Fuck. I shouldn't have done it the way I did. It worked though. You say you can't hate on something that works, but I want to hate on that one. You can see my aura. Make this a bit tougher. I think his blades don't make this. I want to make it back to this. I don't think I have the distance. He's going to get that blusty blood. I do have the distance. Interesting. Damn. I didn't think I'd make the distance. For the first fall. ML motherfucking T. What's going on, mate? Does not watch basketball. During the week, it's basketball. And then back to football. I know he's a Steelers fan. Here we go. Oh, this is a new character. I was like, whose scream is that? Damn it, I need to start doing left hand. I keep forgetting this. That's funny. I'm right here. Damn it. Damn it. I could try to loop that rock. Wait. I should right there. Hey, what's up, JD? Everybody follow JD. JD's awesome peeps. I shall sit here until blight cometh to rip my face. There he is. Where the fuck is he? Oh, you're right. Good point. The self-heal. And they're right there, though. Let's go. Barely. Does it go for the W hold? It is I, holder of W. Fast life agent. Oh shit. I didn't realize you're still chasing. It's the raid, mate. I appreciate it. We're spreading this. I realized there was another gen over here. That's good. I'm coming right back over here. That was the gen I didn't realize. I thought we were all stuck in the corner. That's why he was coming back there. That one over there. That lethal bacon is on. The 8th run also is on one that has a lot of progress. They were over here somewhere, weren't they? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm going down. Yep. Saw it coming. I don't think I crawled fast enough or far enough. No, it was early. And he had a flashlight. Damn it. I was far enough. I would whine about how I don't think that hit me and I was clearly around the corner, but do you know how many shots Huntresses get cheaped out of? Where it clearly hits the person right in their back and it doesn't hit. It's like, so I had to take those ones. Where it's like, what the fuck? You're like, no part of me is visible around that corner. It's like, yeah, but how many times did I get hit in that game and I might not have even known it? Oh, here's the one I gotta stun the killer. Now I actually have to throw pellets on those ones where I was like, I could throw this, but it's more fun not to when you know you're not gonna get hit. Oh shit. Holding my cock's gotta rejoin. I'm sorry, mate. I had to reset the party anyway, because there was enough people. I'm sorry, holding my cock, though. Oh my god, this song. This song is such a different song than the radio version. The radio version sounded like somebody in a gym, running on a treadmill. Work them hips, run, girl. Wanted me to play Nick Cage. Did Marcus get in here? I knew I had some different fits for Nick. I like this one though just because the hair looks so bad on low quality. Look at the difference between this and the difference between this. This is what it's supposed to look like. Well, it looked worse for a second. That still doesn't even look that good. I feel like I need to have some other setting on because it still looks bad. It looks better than it did though. Oh, is it this? What else did I not have? VSync. Maybe turning VSync off. Not really. It still looks bad. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, here we go. Right. Yeah, you gotta refresh the profile. It's trying to join last lobby. Yeah. Yeah, that's the funny thing is every now and then people when people are like, I'm from you know, place that's on the other side of the world, can I try? I'm like, yeah, you can join. I'm like, it's up to you whether it's too laggy for you to take or not. But they've always been like, yeah, this is too laggy. It's like, damn, that sucks. Well, we didn't get GG in here. It said she joined, and then I looked up, and everybody was ready, so I readied up. There we go. This was such an eye-opening experience hearing this song unedited for the first time. Because it actually really worked. You know how a lot of songs are just like way too dirty? I mean, this one's same thing for the radio, but they like turned it into a different song. Work them hips, run, girl. That's hilarious. It kicked me off Medic. Oh, because I'm, yeah, playing Nick Cage. Thank you. Like, I remember the Whisper song on the radio. You couldn't even, like, hear half the lyrics. There's some funny TV edits, actually. I know it's not the same thing as radio edits, but I remember seeing... I haven't even seen this movie, but I've seen the TV edit of there's motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking plane. And it was like there's Monday to Friday snakes on this... No, there's monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. I've seen that. Anyone seen that movie? What's that like? Never seen it. Everyone knows the one line, though. Love Sam Jackson, though. It's one of my favorite actors. I love how he does whatever the fuck he wants. There was somebody asking him once how he felt that he had never won an Oscar. He's like, I could have won an Oscar a long time ago. He's like, I don't like playing those type of roles. He's like, I like putting on a cape and playing superhero. It was such a cool thing because someone being kind of rude to you like that, and you could take that a bunch of different ways. His way was the funniest. He's like, I don't like those type of roles. But they could have even been hinting at, like, what, you know, you didn't win for Pulp Fiction when, you know, or these other movies that you should have won for. Are you salty about that, you know? He could have taken it that way, too. Didn't even think about that. He was just like, fuck that. He's like, I know I could have won an Oscar. I just don't like those type of roles. That shit was hilarious. Also, what's up, LK? How you doing, mate? Worst map. Yep. Depends on the killer. For the killer, I should say. There's certain killers I love this map. This one and Gideon are my favorite maps as Nemesis. Not gonna lie. It's such a bad movie. It's even worse when you know a thing or two about snakes. Yeah, we even have Scooby-Doo's butthole. I haven't made that video yet. One day we'll get 5-gen chase on Scooby-Doo's butthole. Dang it. See, that's how bad my left hand was. I need to start working on my left hand again. I'm hitting great skill checks on my right hand, no problem. You need to start with the left. Because I'm thinking longevity, because the last Elite Series 2, it was my right bumper that went. Oops. Here's me picking up an item right as I get exposed. How is I getting exposed from that angle? Not gonna lie. How is he stalking me through the generator? Yeah, it's that hole right in the Scooby-Doo loop on the side. Yeah, right. I'm literally on the other side of a hard object. Sure, let's go with he can still stalk me though. Unless I was 99 and he started the stalk when I picked up the item. That could be true as well. Because I ran right across the middle of the map, right in the beginning. He could have had me 99, and then right when I turn and pick up item, got him. Have any killers that wanted added? Not really. If somebody, I mean, I don't really care for it. I don't want it added, but if there's one licensed killer, like if somebody's like, what licensed killer? I always say Jack Torrance from The Shining, because I think it'd be extra hilarious to just have him be like an M1 killer that gets bloodlust faster, and there's no cap on bloodlust. So he like gets bloodlust like 10 seconds in chase or something. Maybe even be 120 base speed. And just complete M1 killer besides that. So the longer he chases you, the faster he gets. I just think that, because, well, realistically, what would you do with man with axe, you know? That's like the problem with limitations with, like, Ghostface. They didn't do something for Ghostface, though. Ghostface too weak. And frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, Ghostface is one of my least favorite killers to play against. Because the reveal mechanic sucks. The amount of times I'll like be staring at, I'll go out of my way. He's not even looking at you, he's looking somewhere else. And you walk up to him at fucking point blank and it still can't get it to even start revealing. And then they hear you, like standing behind you, and they turn around and you're 99 and and you're like. That shit is frustrating as fuck. And where's she going? Yeah, but they already have like a 120 base killer if you're looking at cross you. She spits on you and now she's a 120 base killer. Oh, she has to break pellets. Or she can't break pellets. She vaults him though. See here, that's what I'm thinking actually. That I was 99 by that Ghostface. So I just ran all the way across this in the beginning. We didn't even know it was Ghostface yet. They could have seen me over here, snuck all the way up. They could have maybe even seen the other survivor. And then all of a sudden I pop up and they're like, haha, nerd. But I really want a Blue's Clues license skin for Houndmaster. I think that'd be fucking amazing. You can't tell me that'd be amazing. That wouldn't be amazing. You're running across Shack, and here comes Blue across Shack. And then here comes Steve to slap you with the handy dandy notebook. They can even get salt and pepper involved in the Mori. I mean, it's already out of character anyway, right? Steve killing, so I don't think it's out of the question to be like, you could do this Salt Bay thing. I knew he was there, and I was like, please let me break him out, but he actually took the hit. But it's funny that I was so paranoid about it that I was still expecting to not be able to break him out. I'll just turn this corner and be right here. I'd rather just take the hit. That's the funny thing. More realistically, though, something from, like, Lord of the Rings, even though that would never happen either, skin-wise. Oh, yeah, I had a fucking heal, too. Well, at least they get more blood points, right? Don't you get more blood points if they heal? I don't think they get any if I heal myself. See, where am I breaking him out? I can't even fucking see him on my screen. Where the fuck is he? You know what I mean? This is what I mean by the reveal mechanic is like pretty trash. And then other times you're like at point blank and you can't even get it to start. But I complained about that in one of my videos, and I had 2 examples. I had an example of me staring at point blank and it not working, and then it was this map again, actually, where I couldn't even, like, see him on my screen. I was sitting on this generator, looking this direction, just like this, and Ghostface head peeks around on the very bottom of that teeny little hole, like, literally peeking around, and I'm not even looking at him, and it busts him out. I was like, what the fuck is that? That's what I mean by I don't really like playing against Ghostface that much. But Ghostface is a really weak killer. Definitely needs buff. The Lord of the Rings would be sweet because you could get like a Witch King of Angmar armor or Sauron armor. Or more realistically, because what would the guards work? You could even make the make him be the King of the Dead Lord of the Rings. And you could have the guards just be like the dead in the movie. They're like the same color and everything. They're like that glowing green. Mrs. Juicy Jugs is just stuck in a cage somewhere. Oh, she's lagging. She's a red bar. That was funny. So she probably lagged out. See, look at this. Look at that, dude. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about. That's such horse shit. She's gonna turn the corner in M1. But that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm staring right at him, and look how long that took. That right there is why I don't like playing against Ghostface. I didn't even break him out. He got me exposed. But then earlier, I don't even know where he is on my screen, and it's busting him out, and I'm like, bruh. That was perfect time, though. I was like, I tell you guys, this shit is just inconsistent as fuck, and I hate it. That's why I don't like playing against Ghostface. He's literally in the middle of my screen, in the middle of the hall. I can't even look another. I mean, he could, but you know what I mean. It could not have been a more straightforward, I should be busting him out moment than that. Oh, shit. I didn't think Huntress was behind me. I thought she was down here. That sucks. Dude, you can't even bust him out, though. He can stalk you from all the way away. And that whole time wasn't even starting to bust him out either. That whole time staring him down that hall. Didn't even start. But he gets me exposed, though. Twice in a row. Like, this is why it's dumb as fuck, and I really hate playing against Ghostface. And he still needs to get buffed. That's the worst part. Makes me feel extra whiny for this exact thing. Like, it's dumb as shit. Literally doesn't work. And yet it still needs buff. I ran out. I ran out of battery. That was funny. It is the Huntress. Escalators. Oh, there's another gen over here. Read the pallet. Over and over and over. I don't even know if she might be moving too, though. Yeah, I think she's memeing. That's what I thought. Hey, they finally broke out. Or died. They want me to go? I don't know where you're going. You can do Scooby-Doo's butthole. Oh my god. I have no flashlight. I can't even click for the save. Oh, fuck. You know what's funny? You realize how, I mean, all the killers know how important the scratch marks and shit are, but... Oh my god! She just took it out of nowhere. Wait, I can do this. The plot twist of the century. It's what's funny that we got all the examples of this game. I already have a thing in the video, but we got both the staring down the hallway and the busting him out when I didn't even know where he was on my screen. I was like, I wanted to say bye Huntress, but I also want to hold them too long. We got annihilated. Like, you're only saying Giga Chad because they let you go. That's funny. They didn't say that, but I'm saying that. I want to write it on their profile, though. They came out of nowhere. Right? Oops. Oh, I can't see this till this. Oh, here we go. I can't write it on theirs, though. You too. I probably should go clip that later on. They just stole Hatch. That's funny. Vigil. You know what's funny? I have all the stuff from Survivor. Now, Killers I don't need anymore. Survivors either, but Survivors I don't have them up high enough. I just have them from like tier 1 in the shops. Is anybody trying to join? Oh, Hi's trying to join. It's they're trying to load. Is your game loaded? Spooky loops. Yeah, sorry. I saw that, but then stuff started happening. I had a best example of someone breaking him out through a solid staircase. I think the video is the... not his video, but I think the video I'm thinking of was the trash talk video. I was talking about whining. Because I think I showed a clip of me whining when I couldn't bust him out, but then I also said the same thing. I was like, to be fair, it goes the other way. And I had the other clip of me, like, what I was showing earlier in that game. It's weird. Maybe that spot... maybe this is one of those things where, like, the maps are bugged. I didn't think about it like that. Because I was standing in the exact same spot. No, I wasn't. Was I? No, I was on the staircase. It was the same room, but I don't know if that makes any difference. Not even the staircase. I was up on the balcony thing in that last game. Where it was just, like, starting to break. I, like, half busted him out, and I'm like, where's the killer? I have no idea, and it's busting him out. But it was good to get both examples. And then later in that game, staring right straight down in a hallway, like... That's funny. It's the same with Huntress. Whenever I get hit by a hatchet that's like way around a corner and I want to whine about it, always makes me feel extra whiny. It's like, is this whine worthy? Yes. But how many hatchets did I already get hit by that I might not have known about because they didn't hit me, you know? Turn this shit up. This song will never ever get passed up and will always get turned up. My favorite song from my favorite rappers. Also, what's up, Foxbury? Oh, we're in ads right now. That sucks. I need to find out. There has to be like some type of extension. because I remember I could see it on Streamlabs, but on regular OBS, I can't ever see when the ads start. And I don't want to like have a Chrome tab open with the stream or anything because my PC's already old enough where I eliminated having chatbot open and closed captions because my things were slowing down and I was like, I have to get rid of these, unfortunately. But now Twitch I think has built-in closed captions, so that's different. But a few years ago, I had like these closed caption things, and things started slowing down when I started adding more stuff. I don't even have that much stuff going on either. That's the funny thing. But I also found other things, right? So I didn't realize that like if I use my capture card that's in my motherboard or that I have plugged into my motherboard, it doesn't like up my CPU usage on OBS. But if I use this one here, this capture card, it ups my OBS usage, which causes possible frame drops. You know, I was like, huh, like I didn't know that. So, and I got the one to plug in for tap dancing. So, and I couldn't tap dance, so I was like, oh, well, I'll just plug my Nintendo Switch into that one. I still have that capture card just in case I ever need it. It's not just OBS, it slows down your computer in general, because you just have a bunch of shit going on. But my computer, it's not bad, obviously. It still works, but people, I remember a few people thought I had like a streaming PC. I mean, this is my streaming PC, but you know what I mean. Like one you game on and one you stream on for the capture card. It's like, nope. Because I have a 1080, I'm running a i7 8700K on a 1080 Ti. And that's why they thought I was on a... It might be long enough with the add-on. Oh, they went all the way back in the circle. That's hilarious. They fucking face planted into them. I forget they get all that extra duration in the 2v8. Damn it. Damn, I got hit by it anyway. Worth the throw. Do I have a mod here type exclamation pallet? Because I need to get 4 pallet stuns anyway. And that does count, whether it was a wasted pallet or not. I wouldn't have got that hit if I was playing killer. I was like, wait, I forgot to complain about it. If I was playing killer, that wouldn't have hit me. Which is true. I believe that. Or I wouldn't have got the hit. But wasn't enough to whine about it. But I got to be consistent when I whine. You know? I'm going to start falling off. My whine game is just going to start... You know, you can't be too lax with that. Got to stay in shape with that whining. Aw, fuck. I didn't work on him because he had to mend. Hey, God forbid. We just can't do without that. I don't know how I'll get by day to day without whining in perfect form. Oh, you can just join Zokai. I need to reset it, though. Get to that point where there's enough people that want to join, then I'm going to start resetting after every game. We do have people like type exclamation join if they... We got G Tanner in here, right? I don't even know if we did get G Tanner in here. I think we did. There's been open spots, and nobody says... Once there's open spots and nobody says anything in chat, I'm like, it's fine. But this is what I mean by I'm dumbass. Dumbass and stoned ass. But... Stoned is an excuse, and dumb is the reason. Because even if I wasn't stoned, still dumbass. So the same issue might have happened. Yeah. I am in a terrible spot. I lost that 50-50 terribly. She messed up too. She meant to blink to that side of the wall. But she also might not have messed up. Nurse is bugged. She could have actually meant to blink to that side and it teleported her back. Because why the fuck would she swing on the wrong side of the wall, you know? Also could be... No, it decided it wasn't. I figure it's not nurse spot, but you never know. Are we all in death hook? No, that's what I thought. What's up, Trevor? That resets every time she hooks, right? So she's going to be, what's it called? Undetectable for a lot longer, right? I always forget about that shit. And then she's going to be undetectable. Where'd the nurse go, though? That's the thing. Undetectable. She's undetectable. Undetectable. For some reason, in my head, I always think of that song being called To the Left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. In the closet. That's my stuff. It's irreplaceable, though. Because I was really thinking, I'm like, what's the name of this song? I'm like, oh, it's irreplaceable. I was thinking it was called To the Left. I'm like, it's not called To the Left. That's just the thing that pops in my head the most. Oh, I had an auto heal, my dumbass. That's just the thing that I think of the most. Like, you know how things remind you of stuff a lot? Wherever anything happens, and you have to say to the left. To the left, to the left. Maybe I shouldn't have used that heal. So now I don't have it to use on both of them. No, she was so close. Wonder if I can get back there and open it for her. It was so close. I wonder if she's thinking if she leads her way and goes down over there, maybe? Where's Vittorio at? Yeah, no, she spawns over here. You get the free guaranteed escape. Also, what's up, Kelly? I'm gonna go follow Kelly, and Kelly's just one of the coolest. She's one of the people I've played 2v8 killer with the most. I didn't play with anybody this time, actually, besides, like, random people from chat. But every other time, I played with Kelly multiple times. I really want 2v8 to be permanent. And I know it fucks the killer queue times, but that's, you know, if you want something and there's a problem, you want to have a solution for it. So my solution, I don't know if this will work, obviously, but I wish 2v8 was permanent and that survivor portion of 2v8 was free to play. So if you wanted to have friends try DBD, I don't want to spend $30. It's like, I'll come play some 2v8. But you couldn't play killer, you'd just be able to play survivor, because that would fix the killer queue times. And you could get people in the DBD. You could shag killers. Yeah, you want to play? I'll just remember when you get in here. I'll be like, Kelly and me need to play like a game or two. A killer. Dang, we're getting more blood points than I thought. Might have enough to spend on another killer.
Oh, it's because of the extra challenges and shit. Every Tuesday, I forgot. I gotta reset the lobby. I'm sorry, because there's enough people. Somebody was gonna get in here anyway. No, dude! Maybe I shouldn't have. It lagged for a second. I was like, fuck, it's Tuesday. We gotta get peeps in as fast as we can, or we're gonna end up playing Guitar Hero for a second. Or we just missed it, which would be awesome. Who is it that was trying to get in? Is it G Tanner? Yep, I'm on Steam. So you just hit the green button on the right-hand side that says Join Game. My friends list is full, and my friend request list is full most of the time. Might not be right now, though. Shanae, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Sorry if I'm... It could be Shane O. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Appreciate the follow. Alright. I think we can ready up. Did G-Channer not get in here? I know we got Gigi, right? I think Gigi even said the good game. Yeah. Was some good games. Rick, let's go. Which one's Rick? Is that Walking Dead? Yeah, it is. That is not Rick.
You camping out here?
This is Rick.
People die out here. You don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I have to get 4 pellet stuns. Pretty sure. Oh, maybe we might have got it, but who gives a fuck? What up? Holy fucking shit. I still have not played Phasmo since we played. Well, that one time I played by myself. But I won't. That's like a completely different game I've heard. I've heard that there's like so much different shit. As the song Angela comes on. The theme song from Taxi. Always had a crush on me. Yeah, I like cranberry juice, but I like a mix of shit. Cran grape or cran apple. Out of games, what you mean? That song always reminds me of Time to Go to Bed. I never really watched Taxi. It came on late at night though, and it was like, oh, time to go to bed. Yeah, thanks for hanging, Foxer. I appreciate it. Foxer's OG. Oh, that'd be an interesting combo, actually. Deathslinger and Ghostface. Almost got it. Dang it. I need to start working on my left hand skill checks again. There we go. Hey, I appreciate it, Carlos. It's cool having company. It is such a privilege. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. It is such a privilege to have friends to hang out with. Oh, shit. No, go back around this way. No.
Oh shit. Oh shit. They are both here. That Ghostface might be from a distance. I'm like, hey, this is gonna be fun. I'm like, oh fuck. Here's Ghostface. Levi. What is going on? What's up, Ghost? Thank you, whoever gave that shout out. That's awesome peeps. That's fucking best Chucky in the world. I don't give a fuck what anybody else has to say. Although I hate just saying that too. Makes it sound like they don't play anything else but Chucky. It's like, no, they play other shit too. I just how cool he is. And I want to talk with him about movies. I can't remember what it was. Fuck. I was in your stream, but I was in the shower when you said something about a movie, and I was like, fuck. Same with that nickname when I was really too stoned. I'm like, God damn it. Actually, fuck it. Oh yeah, we can allow that. I have the word viewers and followers blocked for bot purposes. You know how like they'll be like, buy viewers at whatever.com, you know, like shit like that. Hint too, if people are dealing with that type of shit, just block those two words and it gets rid of like all the bots.
Hold on.
But it's funny when someone just goes to say viewers. The funny thing was I had the word viewers blocked for so long that I couldn't remember why, and then I started saying, for like a few months until recently, I started saying how if you're a viewer, you've been banned, because everybody here is friends and family. This is true though. I do not ban lightly. If you got banned, you deserved it. Like even more than deserved it. You might have deserved it already, but like went back, you know what I mean? It's like the first things I like to bring up, like if somebody says like the R word, right? Or something like that. I don't even mean like super ill intent or anything like that. It's like, okay, we don't have to say that. Like there's other words we could say, you know? Stuff like that. Another one too, where it's just like I probably should ban right away, but this one specifically, like, you know, so every now and then somebody will be like, well, that's gay, and they mean it like in a bad way, and it's like, you know. But the thing is if I just, you know, you're a fucking idiot and ban them, like it's never gonna get any better. They're just gonna go in somebody else's chat and say the same shit, you know. And then they're gonna do it on purpose because they know somebody might get upset. But if we, you know, if you treat them differently, and you know, with like the whole, like, you don't got to say that. If they keep doubling down after you, be like, we don't have to say it. You know what I mean? Because that's not a good thing. If they doubling down after that, that's what I mean. But people don't usually double down every now and then. But someone double down on shit like that, usually they've said worse shit before that point, and they already got banned. You know, because someone comes in like throwing slurs in handfuls, like that's not exactly acceptable. But it's one of those things like, hey, if I can might change positively. Thank you, Monsieur Gustave. Now we're talking about this movie again with Ghost in here. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. But there's that attitude. He's like, all anyone needs to be, what's the actual quote? Even the most lonesome and loathed creature, is that what it is? Only needs to be loved, and they'll open up like a flower. I'm trying to remember the exact quote. Time to watch the movie again. I haven't watched it in like too long if I can't quote these. Ooh, I have one on a button here. Which one do I have? Oh, this one.
It's not that I don't like it. I am physically repulsed.
That's my all-time favorite movie character. Which is a big reason why that's tied for my all-time favorite movie. Well, that's not what he says right there. That's when he's like, what is he talking to her about? That's in the beginning. He like takes her hand and he's like actually saying something meaningful to her, and then he interrupts his own self. Oh God, what have you done to your fingernails? You don't like it? It's not that I don't like it. I'm physically repulsed. Because remember when he visits her when she's dead? He's like, I don't know what they put down on you down at the morgue, but I want some. You look great. You look better than you have in years. You look like you're alive. Which I always thought was kind of funny because he basically just told her to his face that she's looked dead for years. But he likes her. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, he's just that's the best movie character. My favorite. There's never gonna be a best movie character, but that's my favorite. Monsieur Gustave from the Grand Budapest Hotel. I quote him not all the time, but like there's another time too. He's like talking trash, and sometimes you can't tell what's happening. I don't want to talk. You can talk trash for no reasons, but it's fun when you have like reasons to talk some trash. You know. Just up my toe. I'm gonna get hit here anyway. I might not have gotten hit there actually. Oh fuck. I was like maybe. Oh, I need to get pallet stuns. I forgot. I should have thrown that pallet, dude. God damn it. That might not have. I need to start throwing those anyway. The ones that are iffy, where I'm like I might not get hit here. There's so much more fun not to. That's my addiction on DVD. Not throwing pallets. It's just too much fun. Even when you throw the pallet and it works, it's like, aw. But maybe I didn't throw it. Maybe they got auto-aimed or something. You know? But yeah, when I'm like, say, because you're sitting on the other side of the map, you don't know what happens. And also, like, survivors getting tunneled, but they might not even get tunneled. They could have just ran right back into the killer, and you have no idea. The other side of the map, but they're playing Blight or something, and you're like, ha ha. And I like talking trash. It's fun. It's not real life. It's inconsequential. I have a video on that. It's in my tags too. Trash talk. I am not good enough an actor to be wholesome. They say wholesome, and I say wholesome at D's nuts. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Nice. That was the very max range. Holy shit. Yes, I'm caught up. I might have gone one over, but I'm probably missed some from, you know, whoever. I'm probably missing pallets anyway. But I need to be throwing that pallet earlier. I need it for tome number 1 and number 2. I just need to be throwing more pallets. But that one I feel like I really would have gotten hit anyway, to be honest. Like, even if it wasn't for the tome, I'm like, eh. Probably good not to throw anyway. Especially in that scenario where I was full health and could make it somewhere else. That Death Slinger was like a controller. Good shit. I was like... I left. I was like, if killers even get like 6 hooks in 2v, they played well, to be honest. The survivors are doing their shit. This way, survivors when I play killer always think I'm a delirious killer main. Like, I got 5 hooks on you guys. What are you talking about? You guys lost. Like, we 4-outed you, haha. I'm like, dude, I had fucking 5 hooks. I'm like, take that shit and get out of here. Usually how I think, though. Like, the killer's playing nice and they get 5 hooks. 4 hooks even. If they get everybody just hooked once in order, I'm like, they already won this game. They'd have annihilated us if they were playing mean. In solo queue, obviously. It's different if on Swifts or something like that, but, you know. In solo queue, we can't communicate if they start playing mean. We were just talking about that. You can't see what's going on the other side of the map. You think they're getting tunneled by Blight, start talking trash, and then you're wrong. And that's when you have to, or you don't have to, but it's fun too. Quote the Grand Budapest Hotel. I'm like, well, I take back everything I just said. What a bloody idiot I am. Pathetic fool. Goddamn selfish bastard. This is disgraceful. And it's beneath the standards of the Grand Budapest. I apologize on behalf of the hotel. Don't make excuses for me. That movie is so good. I need to watch that movie again. It's probably been like actually 2 years. I haven't seen Isle of Dogs yet. I do I have that one actually? I know I have Fantastic Mr. Fox. I watched that last summer. It was pretty good. I think I have Isle of Dogs too, as well. Here's the movies I have owned on YouTube, minus a few children's movies, because if it's designated as a children's movie on YouTube, it doesn't let you add it to any playlist. And like, I'm logged in on my sister's TV for my because my nephews, they're 4 and 6, so I have like Paw Patrol movies, the 2 of them. I don't know if there's more than 2, but I have 2 of them. But like I can't add those to the playlist. But there's other ones you could that were like more, not more little kid than that, but it was weird that like Shrek was designated as a little kid's movie and I couldn't add it to a playlist. But like other ones that were more like younger target audience were not. I can't think of any on the top of my head, but I was like, that's weird. Do I have Isle of Dogs though? What is this? I think I have Isle of Dogs because it took me for like years to figure out that it was really just. It's not an acronym, but what would you call it when they're getting you to say "I love dogs"? Isle of Dogs. I love dogs. I swear I have this movie. Purchased. 1 second. Fucking A. I have to go to my playlist. I really think I have that movie though. Goes to playlist. I'll look it up after this. Hey, holy shit. Daniel. I'm still playing as Rick, lol. Dude, thanks for the gift and subscription, mate. You can play if you want to as well, but what survivor do you want me to play as? I got all survivors in the game. That's actually why I'm playing Rick. Because somebody wanted me to play Rick. And it just reminded me, I'm like, hey, I'm still playing Rick. I can't Sabo, so might as well put this in the fucking thing. Of course it gives me a skill check. No, I need fucking pallet stuns. I was like, I'll just trade this for a pallet stun. Nice one, bud. How many times are you gonna let yourself mind game yourself? I literally only threw that pallet after taking the hit because I have that tome. I was like, okay, I'll take this hit. And it didn't give me the stun. That sucks. I just want this fucking tome over with. Wait, I'm right here. Wait, I'm right here. No. They knew better than I did. I thought we were going to run face first into the killer on the way over here. And so I was like, wait, I'm over there. Hey, I'll get my power back too. This guy's moans are really deep. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere they like increase in frequency.
That took guts.
For some reason I like thought I was still playing as fucking what's it called? Oh, no problem, Dan. I got more on the way, too. Next one's not going to be a map guide, though. It's going to be how to play against Nurse Guide. Obviously, it doesn't work all the time, but little things can help tremendously. Oh, shit. He was left unhooked. That's my dumbass too. Did we just not get there in time? That's my dumbass too. I was in chase for a bit, but I could have, once Wesker left, if I was paying attention, I could have gone and gotten him off. But I wasn't. I was dumbass. No, we got found again. No. Like, hit me with it. Through the wall. Almost. That was close. I should have thrown that last pallet too, actually. That would have probably gotten us done the first time he swung. Now that I think about it. Oh, I was still in the animation from stepping on the thing. I'm like, what the fuck? He still looks injured. I was still in the animation of stepping on the thing. Yeah, they were both having fun. That was cool. But Leon got left unhooked, so I felt bad. I was like, I want to get Leon. Leon. Do you guys think that we'll actually get faster killer queue times if those changes all go through? And here's the question. If none of the changes go through, except for the blood point changes, do you think we'll actually get slower killer queue times? Alright, I definitely wasn't literally behind the wall or anything. Oh, shit. Killer queue time has been longer than normal since Ghoul came out. But here's the thing. That's why, like, I know, like, survivors will just literally always get catered to. Because it's kind of hard for them to always make Survivor exciting for them to play. Because if you're used to playing other video games, right, like first-person shooter or something like that, then you can come out with something like Ghoul, you know, like a super fast, exciting killer that's pretty strong, and you can get a ton of people to play killer. But it's hard for them to do that with Survivor, I feel like. On top of the fact that they always need at least 4 times as many people to want to play Survivor as killer. So survivors will pretty much always get bribed. I mean, catered to. But that's the thing, is when you start bleeding Survivor population, that's much harder to rebuild than if you bleed a killer population. If killer population bleeds off, you can just put a new strong killer out or buff one killer really strong and all of a sudden, hey, killer queue times suck again, you know? But Survivor is a really tough one to make exciting to play without just making the most broken, brainless, dumb shit ever. Like the on-demand skill burst we have in the 2v8. That's dumb as fuck. But they like have to bribe Survivor. Even with that, look at the killer queue times. There's still, you got to play like 2 matches in between, you know? Even with like getting hard bribed to play Survivor with on-command sprint burst that is contagious and insta-heals and shit like that, it's still more fun to play Killer and the 2v8.
Caught out like this.
I've been chilling on Survivor, though. I'm not being like, I'm bored playing Survivor right now. I played Killer every other 2v8. I've been chilling on Survivor this 2v8. I want to start playing more Killer if that thing goes through, though. Hey, Headsheet. What's going on, mate? I'm assuming you were playing DBD, right? Were you playing the 1v4, 2v8? And it's open lobbies if anyone wants to play. You can type exclamation join to put you in the queue, but that also kind of just acts as a thing to remind me. I'm like, hey, somebody wants to play, and I'll see it. Unless I'm like in chase or something when that happens, but we're just playing Survivor right now. Oh, that's what I was looking for. All right, I'm already up. Who did Daniel want me to play? I need to see if I have the movie I Love Dogs. 1 second. Not on this list. I do have I Love Dogs, and it's not available to purchase anymore. You can't even find it on YouTube. This is why I put them in playlists. Because when I was searching it, it didn't even look like I Love Dogs was purchasable on YouTube. But I have it, and I can see it. Let's go. That's good. Bill, let's go. I can see you looking like Bill. Once my beard gets gray. I gotta keep the hairline, though. If my hair's going gray, I gotta keep the hairline, because you'll probably be fighting one battle or the other, or both at the same time. Now, the lucky thing about my hairline is I've always had a 5 head. This has been my hairline since I was, like, in fucking high school. I've always had a 5 head, as they call it. You know what I mean? Just like this. It's terrible. But the lucky thing is, I'm like, hey, I'm used to this ever since I was a kid. I'll change class. You're right. I'm sorry. All right. I wonder if I should just start doing giggities as somebody raids in. What's a blowout taper? This terminology is unfamiliar to me. Maybe even fortunately. Chase me, Drac. I know you were there. Oh. Oh yeah, because I'm running a different class. I'm like, why did I see his aura there? I'm like, oh, it was a different class. I forgot. Hey, you're being cute, doggo. Oh god. I got pushed from one into... He wasn't even chasing me, he was chasing the other Leon. I didn't even realize that, dude. That sucks. They can see my aura, though. Oh, full diaper mode there. Did you hear that? Oh, fuck. We probably left unhooked. Or they will. There's nobody over here. I have seen the Game of the Year nominees. I don't remember them, though. I remember Donkey Kong... is it Country Bonanza, or is it just Donkey Kong Bonanza? We gon' die in this corner. I have aura. That's a funny word for sass. Please tell me I ain't gonna get... Bruh, okay. I thought you went right after high again. I was like, they just got left on hook and immediately tunneled out on a fucking 2v8. What is my tags? I always think it's sasshole in my tags, and it's not. It's something else. I know I have sarcat. Is it sarcastic AF? Is that what it is? Or is it sassy AF? That's what it is. And sarcasm is the tags, right? And trash talk. And then Dilligaff. You know, it's funny. We were talking about this the other day. Because I have Dilligaff in my tags. Dilligaff. And I was like, it's do I look like I give a fuck? And they're like, there's 2 Fs. And I was like, oh. And then jokingly, I was like, do I look like I give a fucking fuck? Or flying fuck, you know? But after that stream I was like, why don't I have it at Dilligaff? And I tried that and it was like, this tag is against our whatever policy. And I was like, oh, okay. That's why. But somehow Dilligaff with 2 Fs is fine. Dilligaff, I remember putting in because I don't give a shit. Like, if I'm specifically if I'm playing killer, like, you know, people are like, I think they're hacking. If I even like remotely think somebody's hacking, I'm like, they're fucking hacking. And I don't dwell on it. It doesn't go into the next game. But survivors, I don't know why. I mean, some killers do this too, but it's more for survivors. But they like get so mad if you're like, don't give them credit. It's like, who gives a shit? Move on, get over it. That was when I started putting Dilligaff in. Like, oh, do you want me to pat your back because of how good you run in circles? So the square is next to the circle. Good for you, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, shit. I'm getting double team here. I got lucky and it didn't matter. Where the fuck did he go, though? Went all the way over there. God damn. I just like talking trash. I don't take it too seriously. And people are like, they're defaming me because they said I was hacking and didn't give me my proper credit. And that's always been my response. Do I look like I give a fuck? Get over it. It's a video game. I'm not whining if someone thinks I'm hacking. They didn't respect my greatness enough. I don't give a fuck. It's a video game. Oh god, this is bad. Okay, it's not like I'm literally behind the wall or anything. Man, we're getting some bad hitboxes these past few games. Oh, it is 100 milliseconds. It could be the Billy that's on 100 milliseconds. And not the Dracula. Because that shit did not look like it hit me whatsoever. When you're behind a wall and still get hit. Well, my thing is there's so many subtle hackers and shit like that that I want to put myself through some psychological bullshit trying to figure out, are they hacking enough or am I not giving them proper credit? You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck if I give them proper credit? It's a video game. Yeah, that's my take on it, you know? I played too many video games, online video games specifically, to like worry about what somebody thinks of my abilities in said video game, you know? So the reason I wanted to make the Loopin guys in the first place, if anyone's ever impressed by anything I'm ever doing, I'm like, you can do this shit better than I can, trust me. And they try to gaslight you, the ones that are hacking still be like, oh. But if you don't give a shit at all, go ahead, try and gaslight me. You'll get over it. You know what I mean? This is why trash talk is fun. But. This is the sad part. Because we want to leave, but at the same time, we leave and then somebody needs a body block, and we could have just been right there to body block. Like this right here. I'm sorry. Nice. Okay. I was like, it is a Billy, so I wanted to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 4 of us. And do that. Does it get a bunch of extra points if you do that? Now, if all of us are at the exit gate and we force the killer to do that, we're just wasting our own time. I don't know why survivors do that shit either. Like, the same survivors that would force the killer to walk all the way across the map and force them out would be the first ones to whine when they're getting bled out by the killer. I'm like, this is the same principle. I liked getting bled out. I thought it was funny, but usually, I mean, this is my ego, right? But whenever I was getting bled out, it always felt like I got in this guy's head. He's gonna flush 4 minutes of his own time down the toilet because I got in his head. You know what I mean? I was like, maybe that's me being egotistical. So we'd put on the bleed out song, that song called Chameleon. There's some Giga Chat killers too, though, by the way. So maybe that's me being egotistical and just like a different way. Oh my god, it's them two together. That's funny. Can I get the... Why will it not let me see the thing? Now let me see that one. There we go. Giga Chad Billy. They had so many hooks. And they were playing cool as fuck. How do you get that many hooks while playing cool as fuck? They were like messing around with the doggo form in the beginning. Watch me leave syndrome. Yeah, I always put those two together. You know, the killer's bleeding me out. It's so toxic. I'm like, do you teabag at the exit gate and make the killer force you out? It look great. Now let's add up the amount of time killer's time get wasted by the survivors wasting their own time doing that. And then let's see how often you get bled out, and let's see how much time has really been wasted here. Because most of the time, it's like you waste more of your own time collectively by making the killer force you out than the one time every 50 games you'd get bled out, you know? Aw. I used to miss having an excuse to play that song all the time. Yeah, that's just my opinion, but that's how I'd compare it. I still believe it. I will always believe that. Because in principle, I'm like, you're wasting your own time to waste the other guy's time. Now, it's different, like I said, at the end there, because we don't know where the other teammate is. If we're all at the exit gate and there's 4 of us left, and all 4 are at the exit gate, we just gotta leave, you know? No point in wasting any more of our time. If the killer's right there, then you could try to give him hits and stuff, because they do get a lot of blood points for that, but most of the time the killers would want you to get out anyway. It's like, at least if you're gonna wait and oh, thank you, change class. At least if you're gonna wait and teabag, at least let the killer hit you, or like get it down or something. If you're gonna waste their time across, at least make it worth their while. Have some type of ethics while still being the asshole in the video game. It's a video game. You can do whatever you want, you know? You can play like the biggest dick there's ever been and be Gandhi in real life. And it won't affect that you were still Gandhi in real life just because you played like a dick in a video game. Yeah, but that's the thing too, is we don't really get slugged anymore. I guess somebody started playing in the past 2 years-ish. When did they get rid of when did the abandoned feature come up? Because once you get abandoned, there was no point in waiting around. That's when we stopped hearing the Chameleon song as often. It was like, aw. Oh, just this year. Damn, it feels like it was forever ago. I just didn't mind getting bled out that much. But I like talking trash. And in my head, like I said, maybe this is my ego, but I'm like, I got this guy's side. He's going to flush 4 minutes down the drain. And I'd sit there and I'd talk trash for 4 minutes, or I'd sit there and bump music. Either is a win-win. I love talking trash. I love listening to music. That's why I was like, oh, I miss getting bled out. It feels like forever ago. And you're like, that was this year. What? I'm running across the map and get 99 by the ghost face again. Ah! Well, I wasn't 99, but I got what I wanted, I suppose. Now what's... There he is. I was like, what's the other killer is what I need to see. You respected enough? No, bro! No, I don't remember the last time getting bled out. Also, what's up, Miss Tato? How you doing? God, that was stupid as fuck. Hey, I'm on the right class now. I forgot. I don't think I had my heal up though, did I? I can use it now. I have to fucking play like a wuss. I was already getting a super early hook. That sucks. It's not even that early, it just feels earlier because when you get sandbagged by a fucking teammate. Even if I just see my back, my neck, my back. I was not looking. How did they walk by oh, they came up the stairs. Like, how did they walk by somebody else in the same hallway? Okay, they came up the stairs, though. I'm just extra annoyed, though. You know, I expect to get fucking sandbagged at the very first taste of the game. That's terrible. We're just gonna... They're just guarding this side. That side over there is just gonna end up with all the gens on it. I can't even help because I'm on deathlock. No, there are two. Bruh. Are you running a game too? Oh, well, this game sucked. I didn't even know these were wide enough to walk around each other. I'm glad they are, though. Do we get this done in time? Every time he kicks the pallet, gets this hook, he's coming upstairs. We got it anyway, let's go. Dude, I had that fucking gen, so much progress. That is all the way back down to nothing. Where you going, man? Oh my god, turn around, mate. I'm mine now! I wish I could bust out Ghostface. That whole time didn't even start busting him out. Bruh. That whole time did not even start busting him out. Wow, this shit is terrible. What an annoying game this one was. Can I whine about it anymore? Pushing new groundbreaking limits here in the wine game. It's the up top one that's gonna get you. Can he break you out? Or can he stalk you through windows like that? Is it possible? Because I didn't even think I could break him out. I didn't even see him. It was just the exact same typical Ghostface thing. Where you're staring at him, it doesn't break him out, and then you can't even see him on your screen, and suddenly it's like, oh, it's working. And it's like, what? Dude, I had him blocked and I decided to be greedy. That sucks. This whole game didn't work out. I thought I had him body blocked and I was gonna greed it and run through. He literally walked around me and body blocked me somehow. Made it to the pallet first. Holy fuck, that game was annoying as fuck. Nothing worked. Getting sandbagged on the first fucking... Holy shit. I need to get in another game as fast as possible or I'm just gonna sit and whine about that entire game from start to finish. I don't know how he got around me either. I walked up to the pallet. I'm blocking the Wraith from the pallet, and he still gets around me. And I was going to do the same thing I always do. I wasn't even going to throw the pallet. No smoke time today. Because we're only going until 7:30. I think it was just one annoying-ass game, but that was annoying from start to finish. Every single thing that happened in that game was annoying. Got sandbagged in the very beginning. Have another teammate in the same hallway, but I get grabbed by the ghost face, and that was my fault. But when you have another teammate in the exact same hallway, I wasn't exactly looking on my screen. Getting somehow out body blocked when I already had the body block. On top of not being able to bust out Ghostface when staring at him for like 15 straight seconds. Luckily, that one didn't come back to hurt us, but am I missing anything? Or have I sufficiently whined about everything that fucking blew about that game from start to finish? JD's got it ready up. Oh, JC, sorry, not JD. I was extra annoyed too, because even when the Wraith had me body blocked, I'm like, do you know how many times I've done that exact same thing as Wraith and the Survivor throws the pallet? When I'm literally standing right in front of it. Nope, it literally took away the prompt that was already on my screen. Is what I mean. I'm like, that game was as annoying as it could have possibly been from start to finish. Hey, thanks, Killer. Yeah, that shit took forever. Good song. I'm in a mood for it. Yeah, why not? I haven't heard this in a minute. I did beat him to the pallet. I don't know how he got around me. I've never seen that before. On top of the fact that even if he got around me, I was still close enough. I should have had the prompt. I literally saw the prompt on my screen. So I thought I had him beat. I turn around and look, and I'm like... Nope, that was just that game. Don't you love when they go like that? That's why I was like, I need to get into another game as fast as possible and get the fucking awful taste out of my mouth. I don't even think so. Those are just two good support killers. They could have been playing together, but there's no way to tell. Even if they were, it doesn't matter. That's what the 2v8 is for. Is this main C? I did get main C. Damn, I want to chase. We got two killers up here at main C. The bye-bye. Game's been great. The last one sucked, but good thing we can just play another one. And it's not the same game stretched on for eternity. You can abandon now when that happens. Even killer. Where the fuck are they? That's what I thought. I always forget how much longer that shit is. Damn. That is an interesting choice. Where'd he go? Oh, there's no Tinkerer in this. I was like, is it Tinkler? I'm about to get pooped on. There is no Tinkler in this. I think I get hit here. How in the world? I gotta remember that one for later. One of these times I remember like, oh, maybe it's because 110 killer. I still feel like I should have gotten hit there. They actually have good ping. Maybe their good ping fucked them over. Count that one up though. I feel like I should have gotten hit. I'm still playing as Bill. I like never look at the survivor I'm playing. I've been playing as Bill probably for like an hour, right? We got like 2 more games after this one until Pistons game. Pistons are gonna get rolled by like 40 tonight. I've said that every game for like the last 4 games, but they have so many injuries. I don't know how they're winning any games at all. And they're winning 10 in a row. They are the number 2 seed in the whole NBA and number 1 in the Eastern Conference. Despite like all 5 starters being out for like 3 games. How in the world? Nice. Blood points. I have enough to spend on another killer. I'm gonna do that tonight. All my killers are working on P6 now. Change one thing and one thing only about DBD. This is hard because it's just... This is kind of 2 things combined in one. But I'd make the 2v8 permanent, and the only way to do that would be to make the 2v8 free to play for survivors only. Because that would fix the survivor or killer queue time in the 2v8, and it would get an easier way to try to get people into DBD. To be like, hey, come play some of the 2v8. You don't have to spend any money or anything like that, you know. So I was like, I know this is 2 things technically, but they're related enough where I feel like this can count as one thing. Because if you just wanted to make it permanent, the queue times would be fucked, you know? Like forever. So you have to have a solution to go around that. But if I could have one thing in DBD, that's what it'd be. The other thing, if that wouldn't be a thing, is also the same thing as related, right? Because it's like nerf Swift and also buff solo queue, because I think of those as related too. Where solo queues would get Kindred for free, and Swifts would not be able to use the same perks as the other players in the Swift. So if you saw 4 decisive strikes, you would be 4 solo queues. Now, I've heard people be like, well, they'll just, you know, make it so you wouldn't want to play with friends, and what about, you know, parties of 2 and shit, because that's not like super, you know. And it's like, I'd even be down if, you know how like in the 2v8 you can't have half the team, like 4 is the max. So maybe 2 at most. Because that's just shit where it really gets annoying with Swifts. Like, they already get, like, a bunch of perks and shit. They get more than just perks for free. They get, like, 25 perks for free being on communications. Number 1 and number 2. They get, what I mean by more than perks, like, if I'm looping the killer and on the first survivor chase and I get hit by bamboozle and I get hit because of the bamboozle and I didn't know if he had it or not. If I'm on communications, now the other 3 players in the whole lobby know he has bamboozle now. Because I'm like, oh, he has bamboozle. He's not getting, if it's 4 solo queues, he might get 4 free hits off of bamboozle. Because they didn't know, you know? But that's the other kind of fix I would make. Because that's the big issue, right? Whenever they start buffing Survivor, like the Swifts just get like insanely strong, and the solo queues don't like get a little stronger. I have heard the argument against the base kit Kindred for solo queue players though, and they're like, yeah, but it lowers the skill ceiling in terms of like awareness and, well, specifically situational awareness, you know? That's the problem, is I feel like it would just make the game a little bit easier to balance. That's one of the reasons doing those looping guides is not being like, my looping guides will balance the game, but That's the thing. If everybody knew the loops and shit, then the game would be easier to balance. Like if we look up at like Grim Pantry, right? This is the one I always point to when I think of like how hard this game is to balance. Because Grim Pantry, for my first like 2,000 hours of this game, now the first, maybe even first 1,000 was split between a few years. I'd say the first 500 hours was split between like a year and a half. I'd say, and then it was like, then DBD became my main game in 2020. But between 2018 and 2020, like I was just playing DBD when I didn't have anybody to play Halo with. I still love DBD as a solo queue game. But DBD has that unique thing where, well, if you don't give a shit about escaping, that's the thing. That's what I mean by unique. Like if you're playing like Rumble Pit or something in Halo, right? Like you have to get the most kills, you know, to win, right? But if you're playing solo queue and your objective is not to like help the team win, but just to escape yourself, and that's it, you can easily escape and be the least skillful player in the entire lobby. You could just like have a rat build, literally just wait out your teammates, then open up hatch with a key. Damn it, I was hoping I could do it. Couldn't make it. I was like, if I stay here, I'm gonna get double teamed. Then you could literally just wait for killer to close hatch, then open hatch back up with a key and escape, and be like, oh, I'm so good. You know, you could be the worst player in the lobby while fucking over your entire team and escape easily. You know. No, really? I feel like it's like the opposite. I feel like it's like impossible to sweat in the 2v8. I feel like once or twice every time there's a 2v8, you actually can tell that they're just going to like tunnel out the first hook. But other times they're like throwing anyway because they're wasting so much time trying to call out and find the one survivor that's hooked. Like the only time I ever like hard tunneled on purpose in the 2v8, me and Pally were playing. I'm going to give Pally a shout out. I think we just got left on hook. There's a teammate hiding in lockers, though. But we were playing, and we matched up against our friend. And that was the funniest part. Oops. We matched up against our friend. And, yeah, that was the right one, right? Yes. And he got sandbagged by somebody else. So then we made it our mission. To be fair, also cool for Polly because I kind of threw the game for that, but it was really fun, like calling out where this guy was, trying to find him and tunnel him out for sandbagging our friend. He's saying Absolved Live. Anyone knows Absolved? We played against Absolved in the 2v8. Trying to find a gen to work on. There we go. And now it's too late. Unless they slugging for it. They ain't never gonna get this because the other one's gonna be hiding in the locker the whole time. Guys, this is so cringe. Fucking slugging for the 8K and the 2v8. This right here is what's going to get survivors nerfed. Or not survivors nerfed, slugging nerfed unnecessarily. Because they literally don't need it to get nerfed, and they're going to sit here doing this shit. Unnecessarily nerfed, too. And they did it to themselves. They're still slugging for that 8K. 8th run, if I was you, I'd probably just DC. They ain't finding it. That last teammate left us on hook hiding in a locker, and they're going to waste all their own time with a little ego in the party playlist. Aw. For some reason, I don't know why, but out of nowhere, it's nuts. The saying, act like you've been there before, just popped into my head. Isn't that nuts? No idea why. But I like it. I don't know why, but I like when people get punished for shit like that. It's like, oh, are you going to whine? You going to uninstall? Aw. That's like because you know how like we're talking about video games and sports isn't real? Whenever I see somebody whining hard about something, it's like that part of me just wants it to change just to see them whine harder. Whenever I see, we're going to uninstall if this happens, I'm like, now I want it to happen. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. I would hate to have my game, my favorite game, unnecessarily nerfed because of my own behavior. Wouldn't you? Damn, but some part of me just loves to see it happen, though. Oh, you think that's whining? I could show you what whining is. I wasn't whining. No, that was a good game. I'm actually quite excited for those changes because I'm excited to see the other whining that's going to happen. And when I see whining, I want things to happen then because I want to see the whining intensify. And that's what we were talking about. Oh, just slugging for the 8K. Every time I see that, I love it. I'm like, oh, and this is why slugging's getting changed. All over a little ego. Same with slugging in the 1v4. Like, oh, is somebody gonna get this unnecessarily changed because of a little ego? That's what I was making fun of. Because they do not need to change slugging at all, in my opinion. But I would love to see it get changed just to see a bunch of egos get crushed. That's one of the reasons I would like to nerf Swift, too. Not gonna lie. We got 4 Dead Hards and 4 DS. I would love to see that get nerfed, just to see a bunch of Survivor mains whining. But that's why you can. They're like, well, you just wish to see the world burn. And you're like, it's video games. Doesn't matter. In real life, no. In real life, you got to be the bigger person. I actually hope for what's best. Video games, it's time to be petty. Same with sports. You can be the best person in the world, and when you go to a basketball game, if somebody airballs, it doesn't make you a worse person for going, airball! In fact, it's actually a lot of fun. You know? But yes, I love pointing that out when I see a killer slug for the 4K. I'm like, aw, is somebody gonna get this nerfed and then uninstall when it happens? That's what I was talking about. I love that shit. I love bringing it up because I love talking trash. It's in my tags. I kind of wish I could have Sasshole in my tags. I don't remember if it didn't let me or if Sassy AF was just a tag by itself and Sasshole was not. Oh, damn. He went to kick. Here I am mind gaming myself. What is the class that makes us repair generators faster? I didn't realize until that moment that he could see me. I was like, oh shit, he's literally just staring at me. Jilligaf is, do I look like I give a flying fuck? That's a sad one, is I couldn't have one F in that. Because somebody asked me the other day what it stood for. And I said, do I look like I give a fuck? And they were like, there's 2 Fs. I was like, really? And so like later that night I went to change it to 1 F and it doesn't allow you. It's like, this doesn't fit our terms of service, whatever. I was like, but 2 Fs it does? Okay. Because if you Googled what is Dilligaff with 2 Fs, it literally says flying fuck. I said fucking fuck that day because I wasn't even thinking about it, but... We were talking about that one earlier. Because you know how survivors are like... The problem is all the subtle hackers, you know? So you can't ever tell if they're actually hacking or if it's actually what's going on, you know? And then as far as like, like the hackers will be the one to gaslight you and be like, we weren't hacking, lol. But that only bothers you if you're like trying to give survivors respect for their skill. I'll just be like, they're hacking. And they come in, we weren't hacking. You're supposed to show us respect. Aw, you can get over it. I have Dilligaff in my tags for a reason. It's just like, we're playing fucking video games. There's no point in like stressing yourself, in my opinion. There's no point in stressing yourself out, trying to like figure out if somebody's hacking. I might not give them their proper respect. It's like, who gives a shit? It's a video game. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion though, obviously. Video games means a lot to a lot of people. Video games means a lot to me as well. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I just don't give a shit if somebody thinks I'm a bad or good player. It's a video game. Like, you know those times where when I was, like, not throwing any pallets, I wasn't going to be, like, in post-game chat, I could have hit you with that pallet. You were outplayed there, actually. You know what I mean? Like, it's just as stupid to me. It's like, who gives a shit? They don't give a shit. So what's the point? You can't make someone give a shit. I could have it as my in-game name, I suppose. I have a few other names, though, people have given me if I change my in-game name. Because sometimes they'll do a build request, right? And I don't want to, if I'm playing Survivor specifically, I don't want to have no perks since 2020 in my name. For one reason, I don't give a shit if someone, you're a hypocrite. I'm like, I've used perks before anyway, no matter. And Chaos Shuffle and PTBs and shit like that. That's why when we started doing build requests, if somebody gets like 5 subscriptions, I like to have something to offer. And so just be like, hey, thanks. Like, I like having something, you know? A lot of times they're actually extra cool too, and they're like, no, we know you like playing with no perks, and they've let me play. I know I'm not being like, oh, they were cooler than the. That's not it either. Obviously, I'm just saying that they've been cool. Sometimes I've been like, you don't have to run any build or anything. But the reason I changed my name though is because every now, like we played against Carnivorous. I didn't know. I knew of Carnivorous, and that was like 2 weeks ago. I think we played against Carnivorous. She's the best artist in the world. The artist main. And she played with no perks because my name was no perks since 2020, and I was playing with no perks obviously, but if I change my name or if I put perks on and my name is still no perks since 2020, I just don't want that to happen. Like the killer takes their perks off, or another survivor is like, hey, I'll run no perks because my name says no perks since 2020, and then all of a sudden I'm running perks and they just put themselves through no perks for no reason. Like that's why I changed my name. But there's 3 names people have given me over the years. The newest one is Loop Skywalker. That one's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Because people always tell me I look like Mark Hamill or Ewan McGregor, either or. I'm like, hey, can I use the Force one day? I'm fine with either of these. The Loop Skywalker, Professor Loopin, and Kap'n Kush. Yeah. Kap'n Kush, I'm like, this has to be like a brand name one day. I need to get sponsored by Kap'n Kush. Run away! Nobody knows that new tile. So, fortunately, you can just use it to mind game and get away sometimes. But I probably would put it as Kap'n Kush, though. Because I feel like Professor Loopin or Loop Skywalker, I feel like works more if you're playing Survivor, obviously. You're playing killer in it. But Kap'n Kush, you could be playing killer or survivor. You know? That shit's hilarious. But I am considering running perks on Survivor soon. Maybe even as early as this year. Maybe even as early as once this 2v8's done. Because we've been talking about it for a while, and solo queue, like, obviously needs some help. People have made that argument for years, and they're right, all right? They're like, you could just run, like, team perks that, like, you don't even benefit off, but the team does. And I'm like, this is true. So I started thinking about, like, an ore reading build that I wanted to make. Just teammate ore reading, because, like, if you're on communications, then those aren't even perks anyway, because you can just tell each other where everybody is and shit. But it was hard to come up with a full teammate or... Oh, shit, this is already down. I did not know this. It's kind of hard to come up with a full teammate... And make it away. Yes! Back to this one. A farther corner, or I'll fuck myself even harder. Oh, it's wipes up. Okay, thank fuck. I was like, never mind, the game gonna fuck me harder. I'm literally stuck here though. No, we got it. Damn. Was not sneaking away. Dude, so Jason, I mean, I know I use it as a way to have some fun trash talk, but that's the only reason I can even think of why they're changing slugging. Because I'm like... But obviously it's just perspective and point of view, but I never got annoyed by slugging. The only time I ever get annoyed by slugging is like when the teammate's like, no, don't throw yourself over there. You know what I mean? Like, but all that can be helped with communications though. Almost every single time, like even if it's like, well, their situational awareness should have been better. Even when that is the truth, almost every... Oh, we made it! Holy shit, that was lucky. I mean, skill. But almost every single time, like even if the teammate did do something stupid, if you're on communications, that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Because you can just tell them not to. They can literally have the same exact amount of hours and knowledge in the exact same scenario, and if you're on communications, that mistake doesn't happen, you know? But people end up yelling at teammates, you should have known better, you did this or that, and it's like, but they can't hear you, you know? Yes, if we could hear you, that wouldn't have happened, but... You know? That's the thing. Alright, one last game we can sneak in. Is anybody trying to get in? I'm gonna clear the queue thingy, though. But that's my, like, like I said, I know I have some fun trash talking, and I always bring it up when slugging for the 4K, but that's the only reason, realistically. Like, there's some truth to it. I can't think of another reason why they would nerf slugging, personally. But it is one of those things where when you have thousands of hours, you can't remember what it was like when you were a noob, you know? That goes back to the Grim Pantry thing. Like, even when I had, like, 15-ish hundred hours. I'm trying to remember when I really learned Grim Pantry. This is the problem with Grim Pantry, right? Like, if you knew how to loop all three variants of the docks, like, really well, so they're actually strong, because you know how to loop them well enough, and the main building, like, you know how to connect the upstairs and the downstairs, right? On top of knowing the gift shop, where, especially if the generator's there or the window's closed, so it's even stronger than when the generator's not there. And the shack, you already know how to loop shack. But if you don't know how to loop those three things, and one of them, like, is 3 different variants, and you only get it on 2 out of, like, the 50 maps there are, right? And that's the docks. You have to know all 3 different ones, and you only get practice when you get Grim Pantry or Pale Rose. The gift shop only spawns in Pale Rose. The main only spawns in gift shop only spawns in Grim Pantry, and the main building obviously only spawns in Grim Pantry as well. But the thing is before you have like thousands of hours, at least for me, I was at least at 1,500. You know, I was thinking around 2,000. I still hated like both
swamp maps for Survivor. Where I was like, there's no pallets, like it's so bad for Survivor. But then all of a sudden, you know, when you know the all three versions of the docks, which is asking a lot of somebody, plus knowing both top and bottom of the Grim Pantry, which is asking a lot of hours from somebody, plus the closed version of the gift shop, which is asking a lot of hours from somebody. You know what I mean? But once you know all that, you're like, man, you don't need any more pallets. Like this shit is strong as fuck for Survivor. And I have a video called "The Most Obnoxious Loop," and that's that Grim Pantry one. Like I think that's the most obnoxious, especially for M1 killers. But that's the thing, right? Is even like after 1,000 hours in the game, I was still like, this map is terrible for Survivor. There's no pallets, like, you know. That's because we're all learning by ourselves through trial and error. But that right there just shows how hard it is to fucking balance the game. Because, like, I guess they could have put, like, 2 or maybe 3 more pallets max, like, on the other side of the docks, because you sometimes get, like, no pallets over there, and then it was like, okay, what's the point of even ever being on the other side of the docks besides the 1 gen? And if that's the case, you know, and that happens. Same with the middle, you'll get, like, 1 gen, or 1 pallet total sometimes, but that's why I hated it. I'm like, man, there's no pallets on this map. If somebody threw that 1 pallet, you're fucked. But once you know the main buildings, it's like, oh, this shit's brainless. Killer can't catch me. Oh, 5 gen chase. Not all the time, obviously, but that was the big issue with the pallet density, because like when we play a lot, I can't touch this gen from that side. Interesting. You kind of forget what it was like to be a newer player, or even not just a newer player, but like not an extremely experienced player. Oh fuck. Oh, well, I thought the gen was there, or pallet, I mean. Where the fuck is everything? Damn it. Good shit. Damn it. Hey, we got it. I was expecting a vault. I should just vault this, I suppose. Zombie, why have you betrayed me? I'm not gonna make it. He got that lusty blood. We never broke chase. Damn, I should have crawled away from the wall. Probably could have, yeah. I want zombie hit. Well, I guess in the 2v8 it doesn't really matter. Now this is biased Nemesis main, but I really wish Nemesis either spawned in tier 3 in the 2v8 or nobody had any syringes at all. I was like, I know that's biased Nemesis. Oh, this is bad. She's not AFK. Why was she just standing there? And here comes Ghostface, right? Slap! Nice. Yeah. I keep forgetting I need to fucking throw pallets and stun killers. Yeah, I forgot. That happened last time. So when he swung and missed on that one, I could have thrown that pallet there too. It's just too much fun to greed pallets. Throwing out pallets just feels like super easy though. But no way to break the bloodlust if you don't throw pallets unless you lose them and chase long enough. That's the downside. That makes it more fun. You're like looping a Bloodlust 3 killer. Me personally, I think that's a lot of fun. Nemesis had to be like Bloodlust 2 there at least, or I would have made it to the pallet to be able to play. Doesn't mean I wouldn't have got hit there, but we were over here, and then we went back that way, and then we went all the way around. After like all the chase over there, and he never took the whip out because he swung at the pallet. He didn't take the whip out. If he took the whip out, he'd lose Bloodlust, but. Once again, I just think that's fun.
It's funny, until that kill a whale video, I didn't even realize that a lot of people thought Bloodlust was like an unfair killer mechanic. Now, it's not tons of people, but sizable enough where people actually think that. And it's like, that's the thing, once again, like, you're only thinking about it from like thousands of hours perspective. And not brand new baby solo queue player perspective, you know? Why am I searching this? I already have a map. Man, Pistons game is starting. Well, I'm glad I searched it. That's when you make the wrong play, but you get lucky instead. As always says, better to be lucky than good. Luck always beats skill. Just luck isn't always present. You know what's funny, Adi, is every time I've ever looked up the source of that, somebody throws that at the end and then says that they said it. Like, where does the phrase, it's better to be lucky than good comes from? And then it's always like some quote that's like, it's better to be lucky than good, but one should aspire to be both. I said that. And it's like... I don't know where it came from, though. For all I know, that could be from the fucking Bible. Oh, watch. Well, I'm not religious. Am I canceled from religion now? There is no luck in the Bible. Now I'm thinking of Dewey Cox. Oh, fuck. Well, that was lucky. I won't make it. He didn't respect it enough. Yeah, I love how harshly he says shit. On the first one, no, it's the cocaine one. Well, he says it harshly on all of them, but... I think it's the cocaine one I'm thinking where he, like, looks down. You want no part of this shit. And you never paid for drugs. Not once. I felt like that's all he's mad about. Not gonna lie, that is fucking annoying. I don't do drugs anymore, just weed. But even just weed, let's keep it with just weed. The amount of times people come around every time you're rolling a blunt, but never have weed themselves. They make fun of that in Half-Baked. You know how like Snoop Dogg like grows out from out of nowhere behind them? That's really cool too. They had to have had him on like a rising platform next to the stairs. That shit's hilarious. But they like light up on the stairs and all of a sudden he just like grows behind the stairs behind him and steps over. And then they even tell him because Snoop's because they have a few celebrities in there, and like that's how they're like the different types of people that they sell weed to. He's like, I think there's the people that come out of nowhere every time you're smoking, but never. And that's like that scene, and they give it to Snoop, and he just like spawns into rotation. Yeah, dude, I forgot about him. I had a friend that had a t-shirt that where it was just a picture going left and it said rotation. And it was one of those like if you know shirts. I'm like, man, I want a shirt like that actually. I haven't thought about that in forever. That was back in like 2012. I always pass left. And puff pass, like that's the thing. You hit it twice and pass. But that's the funny thing about Snoop is like he technically has only hit it once, right? when he just hit it over and over, but he hasn't like exhaled yet, so he's just like. And he goes to like grab it, and he's like, "Back up! I didn't even hit it." He's like, "You know we sell this shit, right?" And he's like, "It's a shame. I just stopped smoking yesterday." And then he gets up. All right, I'm gonna get out of here after smoking like the whole joint. That's just fucking hilarious. Holy, all of us here. Was that the whole team? I really want them to buff Nemesis. That's my favorite killer to play as still. And I know, like I said, bias Nemesis main, but I want him to spawn in tier 3. Or have no syringes. I know it sounds like a lot, bias Nemesis main, but I'm like, come on. Wesker gets a third dash. Even fucking Dracula gets a third dash. Nemesis doesn't even get an extra zombie. And it just feels so shitty. Oh, fuck. I gotta find someone to raid, actually. Pistons game is on. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. It was such a privilege to have friends to hang out with and talk to. And play with. That was weird.
Yeah, it's like really guarded, I guess.
Oh, I pulled up Twitch, and like for some reason, it said suggested collabs. It said Epidemic, right? But then Epidemic wasn't on here, and I was like, what? And then I said show more, and he was down here, and then it went, and I was like, yeah, that's what I thought, because Epi's usually at the top. I've known Epi for years. We actually raid Epi. Let's raid Epi. I have a founder's badge in his chat. He actually edited my 1 year of no perks video. That'll tell you how long I've known Epi. Because I couldn't edit yet. That was before I started learning how to edit. Hell yeah, G Tanner, still. I owe you as early as Thursday. Like I said, if you want me to play whatever killer and builds and shit, I've been spending all these blood points on killer for a reason, like I said. This is why, selfishly, like I said, I don't think these are good changes balance-wise for the game. But selfishly, I'm like, hey, maybe we'll get some fast killer queue times and maybe even a killer bonus, like, during the hours where I play, you know? Like, it's fun to talk trash, but at the same time, like I said, I don't think it's good balance-wise. But selfishly, that's my way to cope. I'm like, hey, I would be able to play more killer then. Because I wouldn't have to wait 2 minutes for a fucking lobby, you know? And we have all these cakes and shit on a bunch of different killers, but all my killers are P5 now, and I'm getting them to P6. I'm gonna get Dredge, Singularity, Artist, and Nemesis or and Blight, but Blight was an accident. I didn't even mean to P6 him. That was like before I accidentally spent a little bit of blood points past his Prestige 5, and I was like, fine, I'll just get it up to the next Prestige level. Who should I Prestige next? Yeah, I was just stoned and I kept clicking the blood point spend thing and I was like, fuck. And I'd spent like 5 levels of blood points on him and I was like, damn it. I was like, oh, whatever. I'll just finish him tomorrow. So he was a little bit ahead of everybody else, unfortunately. And besides Nemesis. Nemesis was already P6. I'm gonna get them all P10 before I start spending on specific killers because if I want to dump like a week into a killer, I want to be able to have like a week's worth of add-ons for that killer. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. But everyone have an amazing night. I'm gonna be live again tomorrow doing some open lobbies. I think I'm gonna play some killer games with Kelly though, but I'm gonna do some open lobbies Survivor before and after that tomorrow. Have an amazing night and I'll see you at 420.